Greetings, viewers, and welcome to another episode of the Collection Crib. I'm your host, Tylercloud. Today, we're going to be unboxing the Dragon Star series Dragon Ball Super Frieza 4th Form action figure from Bandai. Now, you want to talk about the history of Dragon Ball Z? For me, Frieza in this form was the very first villain I ever saw of Dragon Ball Z. It was just when Frieza buried Goku in the ground of Namek after they had one of their rounds. And just when Frieza thought he was about to fly away, Gohan appeared. And then Frieza's like, oh, it's not over yet, huh? It's not over yet. And Frieza and Gohan had their little battle. But this is awesome to finally find a final form Frieza and add him to my collection of Friezas and Cooler. And Frieza here comes with 3 different hands. He's got like his pointer hand, where he's going to make his death ball. And of course, his hands looks like he's blocking the spirit bomb. And he's got his fists there that are already on his wrists there. So we're going to unbox Frieza, his Royal Highness. And we're going to see how he looks. And of course, we've got Beerus on the back here. Beerus, he's pretty cool, but I don't know. I think the whole give me food or I'm going to blow up everything kind of ran its course. I thought it was just a little silly. But Lord Frieza, timeless. The villain of Dragon Ball Z for sure. I mean, Cell's cool, Boo is wild, but Frieza, come on. Look at that face. The icon of Dragon Ball Z in terms of being the ultimate baddie. Let's open him up, and let's get him with the other Friezas in my collection crib collection. There we go, that's one side. Try not to damage the box, as I usually don't want to do. There we go. Now let's pull out Frieza. Of course. Oh, it doesn't have that background. Like, remember in the past episodes, most of the Dragon Ball Z toys had that like electric background, or in the Janemba episode had like that jelly bean background, but that's a shame. It didn't come with that. But here is Frieza. Let's get him out. Come on, Frieza. Get your tail out. There we go. Didn't have any straps. Let me get his hands out too. Oop, don't want to damage the finger. There we go. 1 hand, 2 hand. There we go. Here he is, Lord Frieza himself in his Dragon Star series form. 100% form. Not the Irwin series, but the Bandai series. There we go. He's very, very flexible. His color is, of course, white, even though it looks more like really light gray on the toy, but in the show, I guess he's supposed to be white. But yeah, he looks good. Very bendable. He can even bend his shoulders backwards. Ow! Good lord. Yeah, Frieza. In his final form, 0% before he starts to bulk up and power up and stuff. Really cool. He's got like the purple on his gauntlet there. I guess it's its gauntlets, even though I guess now it's a part of his skin. But yeah, no pink, no black, just white and purple. Kind of removed like all the armor that he had on previously. Like when he had his 3rd form, like it all shattered. And it just became this. So it's like more, kind of like more human looking. Instead of like, freaking xenomorph. And speaking of which, let's kind of look at the comparisons here. Pretty good size. I mean, I think 3rd form Frieza was taller in the actual show. Let me remove the box background. Actually, let me just take his hands out. You can see I'm going to replace his hands with the ones that it came with. Oh, there we go. Try to be gentle. I don't want to rip off anything. Anything important. I'll do his death ball. His death ball hand. It's very tiny. Let's see if I can put it on. There we go. Frieza with his death ball finger. I'm going to blow up planet Namek. Really cool. Yeah, Frieza just looks great. He just looks phenomenal. And his tail, he kind of has like Janempa's tail. Actually, it can bend slightly more than Janempa's, but yeah, really fascinating. I just love his shiny glow, and like I said, he's so flexible. It's amazing, like all the different poses that you can do with him. That's crazy. He's very flexible, but that is also his flaw. Like I said, it's just really hard to stand him up. Yeah, really cool. Actually, let me take his hand out and put it back his fist. Just because I think I prefer his fists on him. There we go. Look at him posing. Yeah, I'm Lord Frieza. I can't do a Frieza voice. But awesome. Frieza's awesome. Let me put him back here. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. Every form of Frieza minus the gold form, but it is really cool to finally have Frieza in my collection. Besides him being really hard to stand, and I think it's going to be a lot more difficult when I put him in the entire Dragon Ball Z collection downstairs, but he looks great. He looks shiny. He looks amazing, but like I said, him standing is the hardest, because look at him. He can boogie, he can woogie, but he can't stand up without me just letting him go and looking down and stuff. Kind of unfortunate, but come on, Frieza. Maybe if I open up his feet a little bit. There we go. That is as best as I'm going to do. I don't want to keep wasting time just trying to get him in a good pose, but let's see. I'll put Cooler next to him, and I'll back the camera up just a little bit. There we go. Put the hands next to him. And there is all of the Frieza / Cooler toys I own. I know I didn't bring the Cooler if labs, but you know, we don't really need that for this. Frieza, all of his forms. First form when he debuted in the Namek Saga, and his second form when he went up against Piccolo and impaled Krillin, and then he turned into his third form when he fought Piccolo, pretty much outmatched him, and then his final form pretty much proved to Vegeta and everybody that he is the ultimate force in the universe. And then Cooler is like, I'm just like my brother. But yeah, and even Cooler looks great compared to Frieza. Like, seeing the two of them next to each other is really cool. You know, Cooler is a lot taller and massive, but my goodness, just seeing these two is like really cool to have in the collection next to each other. Pretty good size. Like I said, Frieza is amazing. Like the toy is awesome. I got it at Target for $20, and he's very, very flexible. And I think maybe that's kind of his little flaw, just because it's just so hard to stand him up. But other than that, awesome Frieza toy. All the forms minus the gold one, and if I find a really good gold Frieza, maybe I'll add him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of this episode. There's going to be a couple more Dragon Ball Z episodes to come, including the part 3 and 4 of my entire Irwin toy collection set, and possibly another Dragon Stars action figure just like Frieza. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, keep watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Oh, yeah.